Hello and welcome back. I am going to share with you today an easy list. We're just going to rapid fire through some stuff that I wish I would have known before I started my businesses. Let's dig into it. So, I've started three businesses. I still work in them. I've worked in sales in several businesses. I've led people through a police department, and I have written a book. And I've learned some lessons over the years, and my purpose today is to help you avoid some of those pitfalls and give you a little bit of a shortcut to maybe stop you from having some of the problems that I had. So, first off, let's talk about finances, and there are three main points that I want to make about this. Number one is making sure that you secure good financing. Get yourself somebody who understands it better than you and just start asking questions. Start talking about how you should look at the loans, start talking about business valuations, start talking about all of those things. That's number one. Number two, keep your costs low at first. It's super easy to jump right in and say, I need all the tools in the world to ever do anything that this business would happen to do. I suggest that you definitely back up, slow down, and start with the basic essentials, just the tools that you're going to need for now. And the last one on finances is to build a bigger war chest. No matter how big you think that your war chest is, it's probably not big enough. You want to make sure that you have plenty of time and plenty of room to work yourself through whatever problems may come. A good rule of thumb is about 6 months of expenses. That's in personal finances as well, but also in business finances, looking at about 6 months of your finances. That way, you have plenty of money to do research and development, to be a little bit adventurous on what it is that you're going to try to do. And God forbid, no sales come in 1 month, you can dig into the war chest and pay the bills from there. And point number two, or at least topic number two, is going to be sales and marketing research. Number one, first off, big mistake that I made. Hire someone who makes you money first. Focus on sales. Don't let your first employee that you have be a person who just basically works inside of the office. Now, the only way that that actually works is if you yourself are the salesperson or the person doing the work and you're duplicating some of those things that you're not great at. In that case, I don't know that sales is the right place for you first. But if you have a business like in a service business, like an insurance agency or something like that, you want to duplicate your sales efforts. You want to bring more in before you hire someone to just offload those tasks that you don't necessarily want to do. Though it's a fantastic vacation, that's things that really aren't going to save you a lot of money. They're not going to help you make more money. You want to make more before you expand on some of your time. Secondarily is to do your market research. Make sure that you research who your competition is in the area, research what they've been doing, research what their branding looks like. And that leads me to my third portion on sales and marketing, which is branding. You need to do a lot of research on how you're going to brand your particular business, how you think it should be branded, how the opposition is branding their businesses, and how you can set yourself apart from there, building your buyer persona out and making sure that you understand that your message for your business is as good as it can get before you send it out into the public, before you even start your business. This needs to be done. Let's talk about efficiency and systems. Number one, build systems. Basically, you need to take everything that you do in your daily tasks and all of your work, and you need to be able to clearly write it down and clearly explain it to somebody else, because if you don't, you'll never be able to duplicate yourself. And then also, the other side of that is that it allows you to talk to other people and even read what it is that's going on a day-to-day basis, and then make small tweaks to make yourself just a little bit better by moving something that you normally do later in the day to the first thing in the morning, like lead generation. That's one of the things that I see a lot of people do wrong. They get up in the morning and they have this whole routine and they wait until the afternoon to do lead generation, usually because they're avoiding it, but they're doing that late in the afternoon and then they don't have time to actually do proper follow-up. So make sure that you're building systems so that you can look at what it is that you're doing on a daily basis and make sure that you can tweak those systems as you want to go. It'll also help you duplicate down the road. Number two is make sure that you write down all of your processes. Make sure that you can explain it to everyone and that you keep a book of what your processes are. This will make it so much easier when you decide to scale down the road. Write down what it is that you're doing and set aside time for everything that needs to be done. This is a mistake that I made early on, was that I wouldn't write down the little things like, oh, pay the bills, or, write a copy for my Facebook ad or something like that. I thought that, well, I'll do that when I'm not doing anything else. That isn't going to happen. Time management is super critical. So make sure that if you have lead generation, if you have to do Facebook copywriting, if you have to do paying the bills, you need to set aside time to do that, and don't expect it to just fall into the gap. Because what's going to end up happening is that stuff is going to get done when you're supposed to be doing work, which is terrible, or when you're supposed to be relaxing at home, which is also terrible. Let's talk about mindset, because this is a huge killer of people who get early on in businesses. You want to be a little bit downtrodden today? Do some research on how many small businesses fail within their first year. That'll kind of give you some depression right off the bat. But look, there are things that you can do to figure out your mindset, and a lot of that is about just setting the expectations properly. Number one, don't forget to enjoy it. Business, especially running your own business so that you can have freedom to do it your way or on the time that you want, is supposed to be fun. So don't forget to sit back and just look around and enjoy the fact that everything that you're doing is you're doing. You're making, you're doing this. Number two, everything takes time. I have this saying that I can make you good at anything. I just need 10 years. Those people that you look up to who are just killing it in your particular sector, they've been probably doing it a long time. They've been doing it at least 10 years, sometimes 20 years. And it's going to take time. It's going to take time for you to get better at what it is and for you to build this business out. So don't sit back in the first month and be like, oh, I can't believe I'm not a millionaire already. Slow down. It's going to take time. Number three, don't sweat the small stuff. Look, things are going to happen. You're going to have setbacks. You're going to have problems that are going to arise. You're going to make bad decisions. Don't sweat it. Move on. I think that, this is key to running your own business. Just learning that anything can happen and you're going to be fine. You're going to be able to deal with it. Number four, as far as mindset is concerned, look, build a tribe. Build a group of people that you can rely on, maybe not even necessarily to bring business to you, but just to talk about your business. Some people that you can sit back and have fun with and learn things from. And don't forget to tell your friends about what business you're doing, because the reality of it is that, your personal network is a great place to find some of your first sales in whatever business you happen to be in, and they are going to help you build your raving fan club anyway. Now let's cover some of the planning and action. First off, build a business plan. If you've not done a business plan, specifically a SWOT analysis for whatever it is that you're going to do, you definitely need to do it. So go to AI or Google, download a SWOT plan, download a business plan, and fill it out. For whatever program or whatever business that you're planning, you need a good business plan. Number one, it's key if you're going to look for financing. That's going to be like step number one. Nobody's going to give you financing without a good business plan. But number two, make sure that this is a good time to have a conversation with yourself, which leads me to point number two here is do the research. Make sure you do more research. Learning about your sector, what it is that you're going to be doing, is absolutely key to making sure that you understand where you're at. But with the third part of this one, stop planning so much and just do it. At the end of the day, spend a few hours just trying it out. Do something for free. Go out and say, look, I think this is a good business and I'm going to do it for free for you. Would you let me do it for free so that I can prove that I can actually do this, number one, and that it's a viable test subject for that. And number four in this particular section is start early. If you've got some idea in your head that you want to do, just do it. Just get out there and start doing that thing, because you're not going to be perfect at it, and it doesn't have to be perfect, but you do have to get that forward momentum. You have to start somewhere, and it might as well be today. Let's bring up the last portion that I want to talk about, and that is diversity and flexibility. Diversity is key. Don't niche yourself down so deep that you are what we call a mile deep and a foot wide. So you only do one thing. Maybe a technology company that only works on Dell computers. You don't work on anything else. I think you're going to have a hard time finding business there. So spread out just a little bit and make sure that there is diversity. But my second point of this is do many things or do one thing. So if you're going to sell insurance, sell a lot of types of insurance because that diversity will help you do a lot of stuff. But if you're really, really good at talking to one specific type of customer, then do that one thing really, really well. I know that sort of it lies in the face of what I said about diversity being key, but look, you can always build diversity over time. Once you really niche down and say, look, I'm only going to sell this one particular type of insurance to this one particular vertical because I truly, really understand their need. That's great. But the reality of it is that eventually you're going to want to diversify because you're going to want to make sure that if that one thing goes away, you have other things going on. This is a lesson that I actually use in my life as well. I mentioned at the beginning of the video that I have 3 businesses. I do all 3 of them. I like doing all 3 of them. And all 3 of them are profitable because there's something that I like doing. And what that allows me to do is that if one thing goes away or takes a hit during one part of the month, then I still have other things that support my efforts. And that's it. Those are 7 key areas where I really wish that I would have known some of the mistakes that I made well before I made it, and hopefully I gave you a shortcut. Tell me in the comments some things that maybe you figured out over business, or maybe even some problems that you're having right now that I could help with. If you need more from me, you can find me over at my website, which is linked below as well. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to send me in the comments. The algorithm likes that stuff, so make sure that you do it. Thank you very much for watching. Good luck out there. See you later.